The following is a presentation of Manatee Schools Television in association with TV production teachers and students. And welcome everyone to Manatee High School for Manatee Schools Television High School Volleyball Game of the Week. Tonight it is Braden River versus the homestanding Manatee Hurricanes. I'm Stephen Oposki, joined alongside Chris Peters. And Chris, should be interesting. We've got Braden River coming into this game on a nice hot streak. They are sitting at 7-1. They're coming off a really nice performance at a tournament.
7-2.
What did I say?
7-1.
7-2. Correct. Thank you. Tournament at Wiregrass, where they went 4-1, including wins over Land O'Lakes, Newsom, Shorecrest Prep, and Lakeland. And their only defeat was to Academy of the Holy Names, Tampa.
And that's
typically a very good
that's a top-tier program, and their only other loss was to Venice, which everybody loses to Venice. I mean, those guys are ridiculous down there. So
absolutely,
that's not a knock on their record having that loss.
Well, meanwhile, Manatee coming into this game with their record even at 3-3. They've had victories over Southeast, Booker, and Sarasota. Their defeats coming at a tournament over the weekend as well. They lost to Lemon Bay, Lake Gibson, and George Jenkins. The win against Sarasota was in the tournament as well. So coming off a 1-3 performance in their tournament. So they're sitting at 3-3. They're coached by Coach Tony Cawthron. In fact, both of these two head coaches, very experienced, coming in with a lot of experience leading their teams over the years. So your thoughts, Chris, as we head into this county matchup?
I know our team is they're excited about this match. I've got a few of the girls that are in class, and they've been talking it up quite a bit. The crowd for the JV game was pretty ruckus, and so if that carries over, it should be a good atmosphere. As far as the records go, I mean, both of these teams have played against each other, with each other in club ball, all throughout their younger ages, so they know each other, and I think the game is going to be very well played on both sides, just because they know each other's strengths, they know each other's weaknesses, and both teams want to win.
Well, I'm sure you've noticed this game started very late. That's because we had two excellent games before this, the freshman game and the JV game. Both went 3 sets. Both were excellent games. It was Manatee taking the freshman game 25-16. They lost the second set, 16-25, and they wrapped it up in the third set 15-13. Then in the JV game, another fantastic JV game, it was Braden River coming out on top 2-1. They took the first set 25-17. Manatee came back in the second set 25-19. And
not just came back, but they were down at one point, I think it was 13-17, and the rotation that we ended up in, our girl ran off, I think, 8 straight service points, which is kind of unheard of. And so that brought us up to a 24-17 lead, and the next thing you know, it was a close match. Manatee took that second one, and then the third match came down to, it was point for point right until the end.
Right, and it was Braden River that finally pulled out that third and deciding set, 15-12. So hopefully tonight's game will be just as exciting as what we've already seen. So we're going to take a break. We should be back for the action here in about 13 minutes, 14 minutes or so. So we will send it back to the guys out in the truck, and we will see you shortly here on the high school volleyball game of the week here on Manatee Schools Television. All right, we're just about ready for action here at Manatee High School for tonight's volleyball game between Manatee and Braden River. Stephen Oposki joined alongside Chris Peters. We've talked about how both of these coaches are so experienced. Coach McElhiney for Braden River, been around. This is his 13th year. Coach Tony Cothran, his 9th year. And it shows in that both of these programs are two of the top programs here in Manatee County. This year, Braden River, I think they are ranked, the computer ranking, the state computer ranking has them ranked number 3 in the state.
That's
Class 5A.
Yeah, that's a good start for them. I didn't realize they were ranked that high.
The computer's taken into account strength of schedule, and I think that tournament over the weekend at Wiregrass really helped their strength of schedule.
Yeah, and coming in 9-2 also helps. And they've got 3 more games than what our girls are looking at, so that helps as well.
Starting lineups for Manatee: McKenna Core, Haley Watson, Lily Rodriguez, Fiona McCarthy, Abigail Clark, Bailey Catlett, and the libero is Olivia Isaac. On the other side for the visiting Pirates, it's Brenna Sands, Jalea Elder. Rylan Stiegler is the libero tonight. She is wearing number 3 in the libero jersey. That's a change. We'll get into that later. Mia McGuire, Riley Hinkle, Ariana Spainhauer, and Erica Freeman round out the starters for the Pirates, and we are underway. Brenna Sands starts things off with a point for the Pirates.
Yeah, the hit to the back corner caught us a little out of position on that one.
Mia McGuire serving it. Off the fingertips of Spainhauer, and that leads to a point for Manatee. Checking in now is Haley Watson, excellent freshman outside hitter. And serving it, Fiona McCarthy. Sands over on the right side this time. McCarthy handled that one, and that was Haley Watson hitting it into the net. So
yeah, that ball was well struck by Braden River. They pulled the defense all the way across the court on that.
Brenna Sands playing both pins, and she's serving it.
That was another well-driven ball.
Spainhauer with the kill. So far, the Pirate hitters are making really good contact.
Good contact and well placed. Every one of those is where it's difficult for the defense to get to.
Brenna Sands once again. To the middle, Rodriguez.
And it starts with that serve. That's a position where our libero is back there and she has to make that judgment call. Do I let it go and see if it's going to be long, or play it and hope that it was in? But it pushes the defense way back in the start of that return.
The libero Isaac serves it. Spainhauer. And Isaac can't handle that. It goes out, and it's 4-2 Pirates. Serving now, Jalea Elder. Nice effort in the back row by Sands. Oh no, and no one is there to handle that second hit, and it's 5-2.
Yeah, Braden River right now is getting to those balls that are kind of in the odd spots, and our girls are a little flat-footed getting to those same hits.
An overpass. And that's a kill for number 9, Haley Watson.
And throws that right through the two-man block at the net, so that was a good hit.
So checking in now, we've got Elizabeth Burnett. And she's back to serve. Spainhauer, and the two players in the back row, McCarthy and Burnett, kind of got in each other's way.
A little miscommunication there. Fortunately, they both got up from it.
Riley Hinkle to serve. Catlett quick set to Clark. Sands having to go a long way, leading to a free ball opportunity. Clark will try it again. She's blocked. Spainhauer got that one. Tipped over, and it goes out, and that was, once again, Haley Watson with a nice finesse play. We've got a couple substitutions for the Hurricanes, I believe.
Yeah, the Braden River block is definitely causing Manatee to adjust how they're doing things, and that was a nice tip over to avoid that two-person block on the outside.
Natalie Tolucci checking in to serve. Quick set to Freeman, Erica Freeman. Nice to see her back out there after battling an ankle injury.
Yeah, that quick set is tough to defend because you're just kind of catches you in between steps.
And there is going to the middle. It's Abigail Clark.
And again, that was that nice dink over the two-person block, knowing that it's coming and being able to make that adjustment.
So as Clark goes back to serve, their other middle, Lily Rodriguez, is checked in. Oh, and some trouble there for the Pirates.
Yep.
And it's 7-6 now. Clark once again. Here comes Sands.
Oh.
She's blocked, but it goes out.
She was flying in from the back row. That was a very well struck ball and a very well timed out play.
Sands is one of the more explosive players that you will see all season here in Manatee County. Quick set to the middle again, this time handled by Tolucci. Rodriguez is out.
Just out on that one.
That was a good attempt, good thought.
Yeah, that previous play, Sands came from 12 feet back and 3 feet out of bounds to get to that ball, and she was absolutely flying to it.
Just snuck that serve over. There's a kill from the right side from Jalea Elder.
A nice cross court, go to that back corner. And Braden Rivers doing a good job of putting the ball where the defenders are not.
And it is Mia McGuire who is playing setter. This is not her usual position. Their normal setter has been battling an injury as the Pirates score again on that mistake receiving the serve. Their normal setter, Mary Allison McGuire, has been battling an injury. Fortunately, it sounds like she is going to be back very soon. In the meantime, they've been using Mia McGuire as their setter, and she has steadily improved. Service error gives it back to the Hurricanes. And we've got Bailey Catlett back to serve, as looks like McKenna Core is coming in. Over to Sands. Off the block. And once again, Brenna Sands showing her power.
Now that went through the block and off of the face. That was, I think they're actually checking, they're stopping the game to have our player checked after taking that hit.
Lily Rodriguez and Coach Cochran, and apparently she's fine because big laugh from Coach Cochran.
That's the thing about Coach Cochran. He is always one of the calmest coaches that I've had a chance to be around in all the years of being in sports. Not a lot rattles him, and he's always got a smile at the end of whatever he says.
Mia McGuire serving. Back to McCarthy. Well handled by Mia in the back row. Catlett to Core, and Core can't get it over. It is 13-7 now.
Yeah, I was curious to see how she would do being a lefty coming at Braden River, but that was an awkward angle to try to get that over the net.
McCarthy off the block, tipped over. Tolucci just sends that over one-handed. Here comes Sands. Well handled this time at the net by the Hurricanes. McCarthy, and what do we have? It's a point for Manatee on the double.
I think they called in the net on that one.
Haley Watson in now, and we've got McCarthy back to serve. From the right side, Sands, but Catlett handled that one. McCarthy from the back row. And that time from the right side, it's Riley Hinkle. 14-8, and the Pirate hitters are dialed in tonight.
They are swinging tonight, and it makes me feel old. The last time I saw Riley Hinkle, she was running around as a gym rat when her mom was coaching Manatee.
There's an ace from Sands to make it 15-8. I was about to say, I thought Coach Cochran was about to call a timeout. We'll keep an eye on that as Sands will serve it up. Free ball opportunity for the Pirates. McGuire to the middle. And it's a point for the Hurricanes. I was trying to see if it went into the net or if it was tipped over. Regardless, it's a point for Manatee.
I think they figured out a way to slow Sands down, and that's to have her set the ball.
Isaac, the libero, to serve for Manatee, trailing 15-9. McGuire over to Spainhauer off the block, and it goes down.
And there's
and
your
a timeout for Manatee to talk things over as they trail 16-9. So these two teams, these two schools, will face off again on Friday. Same two teams, Braden River and Manatee. That will be our football game of the week, Chris.
Yep.
What are your thoughts heading into that football game this week, this Friday?
It's going to be fun. We're coming in at 3-0. They're coming in at 2-0. We've got, we're riding undefeated on the new turf. So our kids have had a lot to kind of have behind them. We're doing some special things with the Veterans Day and memorial for one of our fallen Braden Police Department officers. So I know there's a lot of hype going into that game.
Jalea Elder to serve. Cadlett back sets it to Core. And now Spainhauer will give it a try. Oh, and tough break there. Fiona McCarthy went down trying to track down that second hit. It's 17-9.
Yeah, sometimes the shoes get a little sticky on the surface, and I think she just got her feet tangled up and went down on trying to reach for it.
We've got Morgan Bean checking in. Very deep bench for Coach McElhiney. And that is good for an ace.
And that's that deep serve.
And it is overruled.
Oh. No.
Correction, I saw him point this way. It is a point for Braden.
Yep.
Sorry, my fault.
That's that deep serve that makes that back row defender second guess themselves.
Blocked, but it goes out.
Blocked, it goes out of bounds, yeah.
18-10 is our score as Elizabeth Burnett comes in to serve for the Hurricanes. Tipped, still in play, but it goes down, and it's a point. No, it's a point for Manatee.
In the net on Braden River. And point goes to Manatee.
18-11 now.
I was kind of surprised it took that long to make that call because the Braden River defender was completely under the net at the end of that play.
Burnett. And this time, Sands hits it into the net, 18-12.
And the block was there just in case it did come over, so.
Burnett again to serve. Sands a little trouble on that receive, but Spainhauer is there. Catlett back row, blocked by Bean. Still alive. Coming over to Spainhauer, blocked. Still in play. Back set, and good. Great point. Riley Hinkle with the kill.
Yeah, Manatee pushed way up to the net on that one. I think at one point they had all 6 players within the 10-foot line. It's going to be tough to get to the back if there's anything that goes long.
Here's Riley Hinkle. That's an ace.
Yep. Now you mentioned earlier the depth of the Braden River bench. They brought 16 players tonight, so that's 16 varsity players after a JV roster that was full and a freshman roster that was full. So they're definitely doing something right over there with their program.
Molly Horlek has checked in. This is our first look at Molly. Catlett to Clark. There's a kill to make it 20-13.
A little bit of miscommunication on the Braden River side of the net that time.
Tolucci coming in to serve. Catlett just tipped that one over, but it was well handled by Spainhauer. And then from the back row, blocked, still in play. Clark will try it again. Nice job in the back. Blocked again, still alive. That is a point as it hits the ceiling. Mariana Spainhauer laid out for it.
Yeah, if it stays on Braden River's side of the net after touching the ceiling, it's still a live ball. But as soon as it crosses the net and makes contact, that is a dead ball. So we will take it. Home court advantage.
Tolucci serving. High serve this time. McGuire, and that is Bean with the kill. Braden River has 3 middles that they really like. Bean, Sands, Elder, and Erica Freeman. And they rotate those 3 in throughout the entire game. McCarthy.
That was well driven.
She'll try McCarthy again off the block and still in play. And that is going to sell out for Molly Horlek, 21-15.
Sometimes that block doesn't have to make contact to be effective. That time Manatee got 2 to the outside and she tried going over the top and just sent it long.
They're going to set up Horlek again, and this time it's a kill. Nice swing.
That time it didn't matter.
(22-15). The libero Rylan Stiegler is back to serve. Stiegler comes in at libero. It was Ariana Spainhauer playing libero up until a few games ago. Nice job by McCarthy, but well handled by Braden River. What do we have? Net?
Yep. Net violation on Manatee.
23-15. Timeout, Manatee. Very vocal crowd tonight. Student sections for both schools really into this game.
Yeah, it's not a one-sided affair. It's very, very even with not only the crowd but also the volume of the crowd. Hopefully that carries over to Friday as well.
I'm sure it will. Looks like a large contingent of the Manatee football team is in attendance, cheering on the Hurricane volleyball team.
Yeah, it's good to see other sports supporting each other. We've got our student government here has done a good job over the last couple of years to kind of build that student involvement and get not just the sports teams out to support each other, but our general student population out.
Stiegler floats that one over. Nice job by Burnett. Horlek and back over. Back and forth action. Joust at the net is won by McCarthy. (23-16) is our score. Bailey Catlett, the serve, it is an ace for Catlett as it hits the tape and falls over.
Got the friendly bounce on that one.
Catlett goes up high this time. McGuire, Horlick, and that is a kill again. This is my first look at Molly Horlick. She did not play our last game that we covered here on Manatee Schools Television. But she's had, I believe, 3 kills in this set.
And ripped the ball cross court and threw about 4 Manatee defenders.
This is set point. Off the block and in play, back row Spainhauer. Quick set to the middle, Rodriguez. Keeps Manatee alive here in this first set. So here's Fiona McCarthy to serve once more, trailing 24-18 as Braden River has another set point. Catlett back sets it this time, dug out by Spainhauer. Catlett sneaks that one over and then back over and then again laying out both teams. And again McCarthy with a great defensive play.
That's 2 in a row.
Orlek is out. No, it is touched. They say it was touched. And it's the set for Braden River. The crowd, the home crowd here does not agree, but the official was right there. He made the call. It is 25-18. Braden River wins the first set.
Yeah, the down official made that call immediately. It was a little bit of a hesitation by by our student that's on the corner flag. And so she's getting a little bit talking to by the down ref, but the down ref made the call immediately. There was no hesitation there. So, and McCarthy reached for it. I mean, if she was in a position where she either had to make that quick decision to play it or let it go, and it looked like she reached and didn't get her hands back in time. But good set by the Lady Pirates to get started here.
So, Chris, your video production students. Tell us about we talked a little bit before the game. You are the TV production teacher here at Manatee High School.
Yep.
I always like to talk to our TV production teachers. Your students are going to be helping out at the football game on Friday, right?
Yeah, Friday we'll have our full team there. Tonight we got bailed out by Abby Plummer over at MTC. She was able to bring some students so that we didn't have to do 2 games in a week of the MSTV streaming, but we will be there Friday night. We'll have our full crew, and with the video board in-house, we run every game from a TV production standpoint. So we'll have multiple cameras going. We'll have all the graphics and everything up on the jumbotron, and it's a work in progress. We had a little bit of reworking of the video board this year, so we're still trying to get some things operational, and we just opened the new TV studio at the end of last school year, so we're back in a full studio and doing some things with the kids in the classes, and then working also with our sports teams. We're doing some stuff in the studio that we're putting out onto the video board. So all sorts of excitement around the program. It's my second year doing this, so we're still learning and playing around with the new equipment and seeing what we can do with it.
How valuable is it to have these games where you can get your students real world experience?
Yeah, the setup you guys roll in with is a little bit better than what we have. We watch you guys come in with the van and everything, which is a great setup, and we're still rolling stuff out in milk crates, and the old AV push carts from the media center. But we're getting there, and it's good for the kids to be able to see what is out there other than just what's presented to them in a textbook. So it's a great experience, and we've loved having you guys the last couple of years.
Well, as you mentioned, Manatee Technical College students are here running the cameras tonight. Abby Toole-Plummer is the digital video production instructor there, and our two camera people from Manatee Technical College are Jakari Patterson and Ricardo Campbell. They're running the cameras, and Abby is actually running the main camera up top. She's doing a fantastic job back there. So to start things off, we've got number 7 for Braden River, Mia McGuire, to serve here in the second set.
It's always good for the students to see their teachers working a little bit too. So I'm sure they're getting a good laugh out of that.
McCarthy, nice swing, but too strong. And Braden River strikes first here in set number 2. Into the net, and it's tied up.
You can see that was an intentional call after those last couple deep serves. Mm-hmm. They caught Manatee sneaking back a half step, and they tried sneaking one right over the net, and it just came a little short.
And see if that does go. It does go over, and it does stay in. McCarthy off the block and played by Braden River from the right side is out. Good attempt by number 14, Kim Garcia, in the game for the first time for Braden River. Garcia will try from the left side, however, before that swing, it's double contact, and the point for Manatee, now leading 3-1. No one there for that set by McGuire.
Yeah, they tried a long cross-court set, and they just didn't get anybody back on that far right-hand side or far left-hand corner.
Back set to Sands. 4-2 now. They have a lot of options with Spainhauer and Sands. Both can play either pin. And that'll go down as an ace for Sands. 4-3 now.
The ball just sounds differently coming off of her hand. It's a much harder struck ball than what we're hearing from anybody else.
Another good serve, but handled by Tolucci. And that is going to be out.
Outside the upright.
It was outside the antenna, right.
That lead evaporated quickly. Braden River right back, ties it up 4-4.
Catlett back to McCarthy. And it not handled well by Braden River that time. And Manatee will retake the lead. Haley Watson checking in for the Hurricanes. Here's McCarthy's serve. Back, and what do we have? It's a point.
It tipped it looked like it tipped the antenna,
right.
I think is what she was signaling.
6-4. Spainhauer with the kill.
I think she ran that one off of all 4 Manatee hands that were up there.
It was a key moment in the game last week against Parrish when they moved Spainhauer from libero. After they lost the first set, she went back to the locker room, changed out of the libero jersey, and came to play outside. And that led to the victory against the Bulls last week. Blocked and over. Opportunity for Manatee. Quickly to Rodriguez. 7-5 now, and Rodriguez goes out, and Clark comes back in as we've got the libero Isaac to serve. McGuire to Spainhauer. Didn't get real good contact on that one. Back, and Sands with a
almost
nice
put it
play
through the basketball hoop up there.
Did. In the back row, McCarthy, and again Sands makes the play. That's going to go out.
Yep, that was long.
Nice communication there from Manatee as McCarthy lets it go.
And that may be a little bit of a change in the Manatee approach, is when Sands is in that back room to target her with a deep hit so that she can't get that running start to the net.
Isaac. Here comes Spainhauer. Core sends that one cross court, but too far. Yep. 8-6 is the score. The Hurricanes continue to lead. Here's Kim Garcia. Tipped over and laid out, and then tipped back over by Haley Watson. Rose Reese checking in for the Pirates, and again, this deep bench. They do trail in this set 9-6 as we've got Elizabeth Burnett checking in to serve. Left-handed serve. Oh, and the second hit over, well handled by Isaac. Spainhauer played that one. Catlett is a kill from, that was Haley Watson on the set from Bailey Catlett, who's been on point in this set, setting up her teammates. High serve this time from Burnett. They're going to set up Spainhauer on the outside, and Ariana Spainhauer flies in and kills it to make it 10-7.
Yeah, it's almost like you can feel that shift coming. Like Manatee was doing really well, nice communication, and then Braden River just goes, we're going to go back to one of our hitters.
Spainhauer, an ace. Quick set to Clark. She tips it, and it is a point.
A little bit of indecision there after that little tip. Instead of tipping it up, they tried hitting it over and was just caught it on the way down a little too far below the top of the net.
To Lucci. They're going to set up Sands. And it's a point for the Pirates. Clark was there, so was Catlett, but they couldn't block it, and it's 10-9.
Not only does it sound different coming off of her hand, it sounds different when people see she's going to the approach. You can hear the crowd kind of take a breath before she got there.
McCarthy sends it out, and
definitely.
Rylan Stiegler, the libero, will serve it. McCarthy tries again, and again it sails out. McCarthy was hoping that was touched, but it was not. And now we're all tied up again, 11-all.
It was closer to being in than the last one, but still out by about a foot.
Quick set to Clark. And again, Spainhauer is there with the defensive play. Again, Clark off the block and still in play. Here comes Sands, and then she sends it out this time. 12-11. Good back and forth action here in the set number 2 as Clark will serve. Sands. McCarthy. That's going to be an overpass, but Braden River is able to handle it. Oh no, communication error there. Tied up again, 12-12.
Yeah, and on that Sands attempt, that was one where she had to hit from a little bit further back than she's been getting. That set wasn't quite to the net like the last had been, and so changed her angle of approach just a little bit that gave the Hurricanes a chance to dig that one out.
Here's Mia McGuire. Catlett will try Rodriguez, she's blocked. Number 2, Jalea Elder on that block. Here's McGuire. Over to McCarthy, and it's a point off the block for the Hurricanes, and we're tied again.
At that time, she didn't have to worry about the line. She just drove it right through the block and off the 2 defenders.
McKenna Core has checked back in as Catlett will serve. And that was number 6, Core, who just checked in from the opposite side. Sands couldn't handle it, and the Hurricanes have taken a 14-13 lead.
And that's kind of a tough shot for that lefty coming off the right corner to go across court. So it was well played by her.
McCarthy, and again Spainhauer. Oh, and that is going to go way out, and little miscommunication there on the front row.
Just a little long on that one.
Brenna Sands once again to serve. Back set to McCarthy, and Sands just laid out for that one. Over to Spainhauer. Nice set by McGuire as well.
Yeah, Sands is an all-around player. He's doing a really good job tonight. She was able to make those tough back row plays. She's serving well. She's obviously tearing it up at the net. So
she was named sorry about that. I was just going to say she was named to the all-tournament team as the overpass leads to the point for Jalea Elder. I was going to say Sands was named to the all-tournament team over at the Wiregrass tournament this past weekend, along Spainhauer was also on that all-tournament team.
You can see why.
Back to McCarthy, who has to go a long way for that. Sands will try it from the back row, and that is nicely handled by Tolucci. Now in the middle, it's over, back to Manatee. Quick again to the middle. Nice play by Tolucci, but it hits the ceiling, and it's another point for Braden River.
It caught the underside of the basket, the backboard up in the ceiling, and came down a lot faster and on a little bit different angle than they were hoping for.
Timeout. Manatee trailing 17-14 here in set number 2.
So far, kind of what we expected. You know, both teams bringing a lot of intensity back and forth. Braden River edged out in the first set, and based off of what we were talking about before the game with their schedule and kind of their proven ability so far, kind of what we expected. So we'll see if Manatee has some fight left here in the rest of the second set.
I'd like to thank you for joining us again here on the Manatee Schools Television Game of the Week. I'm Stephen Oposki, joined alongside Manatee High School TV production teacher Chris Peters.
Sands is back there just waiting to hit the ball.
Here she comes, and that first hit by Isaac not on target.
Nope.
18-14. And we've got a rotation error there.
I was just about to say that was a little bit different setup than we've seen from Manatee. They had 4 in the back row, which is going to create some issues because normally with only 3 back there, everybody knows their spot, and that 4th defender back makes the communication a little bit different.
Sands ready to serve again. Nice dig by the libero. It's out. Attempted there by, I believe that was number 15, Bailey Hinkle, trying to find that back corner. McCarthy to serve for the Hurricanes, trailing 19-15. Waiting for the down ref to take care of something at the scorers table. Looks like they've got it settled, so ready to play. Service error back to Braden River.
I was just about to say, McCarthy's been one of our more consistent hitters, and then she puts one right in the net.
Jalea Elder serving. Nice dig by Isaac. And was that touched? No, it was not. Point for Braden River.
It looked like it took a weird bounce off the net because it was coming into play and it hit the tape and spun out and landed out of bounds.
21-15. We've got Ashlyn Henry serving for the Pirates now. Got to get this over, and a free ball opportunity for the Pirates. Hinkle with the kill. Bailey Hinkle. We've got Riley Hinkle and Bailey Hinkle, the sisters for Braden River. Ashlyn Henry serving again. Service error. Brenna Sands is so loose out there.
She's dancing.
She has no, I mean, there's, it's like, is there a game going on right now? It's just, she's so loose.
But yet also directing everything that's happening on the floor. So the experience, the leadership.
Olivia Isaac got an ace to make it 22-17. Tipped and blocked by Clark, still in play. Catlett off the block, sent back over, just back and forth. Now Hinkle, it goes out. Was it touched is the question.
Both flags indicate that it was clean out.
Now the discussion. Manatee gets the point, 22-18. See if the Hurricanes can.
Let's see if that lights a fire under them. Gonna switch that momentum.
Isaac, nice serve. Blocked, still in play, but then it is out of play, and it's 22-19. And that is a good timeout from Matt McElhiney, the head coach of the Pirates, to stop the momentum and trying to help his team here down the stretch of the second set.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting from my perspective as a teacher here, because that last little back and forth with the officials, the girls serving and both of the girls that are working the flags, all three of my students. So we'll recap that in class and see if the call really was what it was.
Terrific crowd on hand both. Braden River brought a really nice contingent, and I would say their freshman and JV team very vocal, cheering on their varsity teammates. So let's see if Manatee can keep this momentum, trailing 22-19, down 1-0. That's going to sail out. 23-19. Wait, and it's a point for Manatee.
They called I think they called 13 in the net. That would have been.
I totally looked away and I did not see the call.
I think they called Morgan Bean in the net. She was the only one that was close enough.
So it's 22-20. And the momentum does continue for the Hurricanes.
See if they target Sands on the serve again.
Here's Spainhauer, just a little touch, and a nice dig by Tolucci. Spainhauer will try it again. She's blocked. Sands reaches out for it. And there's a dig by McCarthy in the back row. Great job. Oh, no. Oh, just some miscommunication there.
The communication and the momentum both ran out.
And so Braden River now leads 23-20. And Riley Hinkle will serve it. puts a little topspin on it, but McCarthy handles it. Double contact. Big call there.
Yep. And Braden River got away with a little bit of miscommunication. They had 2 players go for the ball, and fortunately they were each able to take a hit and get it over.
So it's set point now for the Pirates. Hinkle.
That's a tough
and
ball.
That is a tough play there for Manatee, and the Pirates are now up 2-0. So we're going to take a little break for a second, stretch our legs, and then we will be back here for set number 3 here on Manatee Schools Television. And welcome back for set number 3 here at Manatee High School, where the Braden River Pirates lead the Manatee Hurricanes 2-0. And this is Bailey Catlett to serve.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are bringing out some of their bench in this 3rd game.
And we've got, looks like Abby Dunstan for Manatee, first time, as the Hurricanes take the first point. We've got Abby Dunstan, as I was saying, first time looking at Abby in this game. Oh, an overpass, and Rodriguez it is played. It's still in play. Catlett sends it back to Dunstan. Hinkle off the block and still alive for the Hurricanes, and a free ball opportunity now. Hinkle has to go back, and there was a net violation against Manatee. You could see that net really shake. And 1-1, early going 3rd set.
Yeah, we've already kind of talked about the depth of those rosters and the fact that we've got 3 full teams. It kind of puts the coaches in a position where they have to use a situation like this where they've got a 2-0 lead.
Blocked, nicely done by Chloe Pagoda first look.
To be able to get some of those bench players in to be able to develop that experience for next year, or if somebody gets hurt. And
another rotation violation against Manatee.
Yeah, in years past, you would see a varsity roster that was maybe only 12 deep. And so, you've got 4 of those kids are going to be playing JV where they're getting that game experience. But now with a full freshman and a full JV roster, you've got.
Oh, that set was a little behind Rodriguez. 4-1. Pirates trying to close out this game here in set number 3. And a mistake there by Tolucci. 5-1. Double contact. Side out to Manatee. We've got Haley Watson checking in and Fiona McCarthy back to serve. Nice serve and a nice dig. Quick set to the middle. Jalea Elder.
And right to that open back corner.
Bailey Hinkle serving. Overpass. Spainhauer took advantage. Out. Good eye there by Isaac, the libero, letting it go. 7-3 now is our score.
She tried hard to get out of the way of that one.
Back to Dunston. She can't get it over. 8-3. So we've got Erica Freeman coming back in.
Yeah, what you're seeing right now with Braden River is this group has to practice against that starting squad. And they're not intimidated. They're not, they're ready to play. They're ready to get their time on the court and make the most of it.
Great effort by Bailey Catlett to try to catch up to that one. 9-3.
Tried for the short serve and just didn't get enough of it.
Elizabeth Burnett, serve specialist. The left-hander sends it over. They're going to set up the back row. Another overpass, but it's blocked nicely by Catlett. McCarthy back row, handled there by McGuire. And that was Chloe Pagoda from the right side. And Pagoda will serve it. Ooh, nice attack by number 9, Haley Watson. Watson only a freshman, bright future there. Here's Tolucci to serve for the Hurricanes. They're down 10-5 in the third set. Clark, and it's still alive. Great play attempt by Spainhauer, but they can't quite get that third hit over.
I thought it was going out easily on that first hit, and all of a sudden we had a player one row deep in the bleachers sending it back in.
Clark, Abby Clark with the nice kill to make it 10-7.
It's kind of been the Manatee approach this whole game, is they've gotten out to a little bit of a slow start and then had to battle back.
Freeman blocked by Clark. Here's Spainhauer blocked again, this time by Catlett. Blocked again by Clark, and it's a point for Manatee. Defending that net, Clark and Catlett.
I think some of those even surprised Clark. She's got a pretty good laugh going after that series.
High short serve. Finding that back corner and over the defense was Catlett. Nice play. 10-9 now. The Hurricanes have cut it to a 1-point set. Tolucci going deep this time, but it sails out. Here's Ariana Spainhauer to serve. Clark off the block. And a point for Manatee. Clark coming up big here in this third set, trying to keep her team into it. Hinkle, nice dig, still in play and alive for Braden River, blocked!
That was a good
Lily Rodriguez.
Couple good defensive saves by the Hurricanes to keep that ball alive.
Clark to serve. Hinkle this time gets the kill for Braden River. Rylan Stiegler, the libero for Braden River, serving it. McCarthy, and off the fingertips of Spainhauer, and we're tied. No quit in this Hurricanes team.
It's always interesting to see how hard they can hit for how small they can be.
Hinkle, and that was touched by Isaac, and it's a point for Braden River. Chloe Pagoda coming back in. Mia McGuire serving. Catlett to McCarthy, out. Barely, it was closer than I thought.
Yeah.
I called it out, and they're actually giving it to Manatee. Coach McElhiney does not agree. Nevertheless, it's all tied up, 13, as McCarthy will serve.
Yeah, I don't know that Braden River was wrong on that one.
That one is a kill for Pagoda, who really got a nice swing. never understood the overrated chant. I'll just leave it at that.
There's a lot of things I don't understand about what high school kids say. And I've been teaching them for 17 years, so.
(15-13) now. Bailey Hinkle serving. Nice kill on the outside there by number 9, Haley Watson. 15-14. The Pirates up by a single point here in set number 3, up 2 sets to none. Isaacs serving. Nice dig by Hinkle. Spainhauer. And again, I believe that was touched. Let's see.
Yeah, I thought it was touched as well.
It was touched, and we're tied.
Yeah, that was Watson with another kill.
Isaac serving. Spainhauer getting downhill, but McCarthy, she sends it out. Nice effort back there. And another great swing from Ariana Spainhauer.
And she's carrying the load for Braden River in this set with Sands being on the bench.
Yeah, I have not seen much of Brenna Sands in this third set, getting a well-deserved break as Clark sends it off the fingertips of Elder. And we're tied again, 16 apiece. Elizabeth Burnett serving. Nice jump serve by Burnett. Back set. And a one-handed hit by Isaac to send over a free ball for Braden River. It's an overpass. Clark has to tip it. Tipped right back. And then it's another point for Manatee. They lead 17-16.
That found the soft spot in the zone in that one and just put it right where there was a little bit of a gap.
Burnett serving again. Nice dig by Isaac. However, Burnett can't get it. And we're tied up again, 17 apiece.
Yeah, I don't think our crowd quite understood. It's not a foul ball. You can't reach over the fence and snag it. They probably should have let that one go.
There's a service error to give Manatee the lead again. The ball went into the student section of Manatee. It kept Manatee's players from getting the second hit. What was that Cubs? What was that
That's
Cubs
what
fan?
I was just thinking. Name? Who was the Cubs guy?
Yeah, the Cubs guy who went for that foul ball, kind of like that. And that was Erica Freeman with the kill. Tied again. Nice back and forth action. Okay.
That poor guy is still living in infamy.
Everyone at home is like, that guy.
Yep.
Everybody's naming him. Nice serve by Spainhauer and sent right back over. Hinkle, it is touched by Burnett. And Braden River retakes the lead.
Yeah, a little too much to try to do just a one-handed dig on that. Bartman.
Thank you. Bartman.
I knew it was in there.
Steve Bartman.
Steve Bartman. I knew it was in there somewhere. The amount of useless information that is stored away in my brain. Not sure what we got going on here. There's a stoppage in play for something.
Down ref is having a chat with the folks at the scorer's table. Braden River leading 19-18 here in the third set. They're up 2-0.
I think that's what they're questioning is the score right now.
Once again, we'd like to thank Abby Toole-Plummer, the video production instructor at Manatee Technical College. She's got 2 of her students here tonight that are running the cameras, and Abby is on the center camera tonight. Her 2 students are Jakari Patterson and Ricardo Campbell, doing a fantastic job capturing all the action here tonight.
I think we got whatever was the issue worked out. There was no change in the score, so it wasn't that.
So we are back to action. Spainhauer just kind of floats that one over. Tolucci has to come in for it. Clark just kind of sent it over, and double contact. Yes, it is. And we're tied again.
Yeah, a little bit of different approach there. We saw a little bit earlier where McCarthy was serving for Manatee and there was a delay, and she sat there and had the, she kept the ball in her hand the whole time and just was kind of worked up for it. When they called that delay, Spainhauer just set the ball on the floor and was like, I'm not even going to pick it up until they decide to play again. So.
Nice play by Lily Rodriguez, and Manatee retakes the lead. They're bringing Brenna Sands back in, trying to give the Pirates a spark.
That's the equivalent of calling to your bullpen and telling them to get the closer ready.
Floats that one. Here comes Sands. And Brenna Sands makes her presence felt right away.
That took all of 3 touches, and she was back in the game.
All tied up, 20-20. And you got to credit Nia McGuire for setting up Sands all night long. Oh no, another miscommunication back there. 21-20. Pirates retake the lead. Ryland Stiegler serving. Catlett over to McCarthy. Can't quite get that over.
She came down limping a little bit.
She did. Something to keep an eye on. Timeout.
And she didn't come down on anybody, so however she landed, it was kind of on her own accord and not coming down on somebody else's foot, which you see that in this sport, and that could be a pretty nasty injury.
Don't forget, join us on Friday night for Manatee Schools Television high school football game of the week. And it will be these same 2 schools, Braden River at Manatee. Very exciting game.
Yeah, we'll get a chance to show off the new field turf. We had 1 of 2 schools this year that had that installed over the summer. Palmetto was the other one.
Overpass, and Sands was in the net, I think. Yes.
Yes, they did. They called it. And she knew it.
Yep, she touched.
Yep,
touched her chest. That's me.
She gave the "that was me" sign. But and here we go again. That's.
And she is going to get it again.
Yep.
Nicely blocked by Catlett. I think she might have been in the net again. Nope, she was not. She avoided it. 23-21. Pirates closing in on this third set and the game. Manatee still alive though. As Mia McGuire back to serve. Setting up the middle. Nice kill by Jalea Elder to set up match point for the Pirates.
And that's an example of what bringing Sands in did, because they had her set up on the outside and they had to respect that, and so that middle block didn't know whether to go inside or outside.
McGuire trying to close it out. Rodriguez keeps Manatee alive, 24-22. So they're going to bring in Haley Watson as McCarthy goes back to serve. Trailing 24-22 on match point again. Oh no, and Dunston can't get it over, and that is the game. The Pirates take this third set 25-22, and they win the game 3-0. Well, tonight I think we saw some really special play from Brenna Sands and Ariana Spainhauer for Braden River. Really no answer, particularly for Sands there on the outside.
No, not at all. And like I said, when you have a player like that you can go to at any time, that's makes coaching a lot easier.
So Braden River, they improved to 8-2 on the year. Meanwhile, Manatee, they fall to 3-4 on the year. Looking ahead for both teams, Braden River, they will be back in action on Thursday against Riverview, Sarasota. That will be played at home.
And Manatee, I think, is here Thursday against Palmetto, I believe.
Correct. Thursday at home.
I paid attention to my own announcements this week.
There you go. Yes, Palmetto will be their next opponent here at Manatee High School. Well, that'll do it for us here. Chris, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
No, I thought what we talked about coming in, we were going to see fairly evenly matched teams that both really wanted to go home with a victory, and Braden River just had the advantage in talent right now. Their two players, she said Spainhauer and Sands, just there was no answer on the Manatee side tonight. But we'll take our chance with them on Friday in football and see if we can even up the weekly score.
Chris, thanks so much for joining us tonight. Great job.
No worries.
So
Thank you.
Once again, for Matt Messenger, Steve Pannone, and Carl Shelton, also want to thank Abby Toole-Plummer, the TV production instructor at Manatee Technical College, and her two students, Jakari Patterson and Ricardo Campbell. Once again, thank you for joining us for the Manatee Schools Television Game of the Week. I'm Stephen Oposki. We'll see you next time on Manatee Schools Television.